Do you hear me?
Now I can.
Oh my god! I'm gonna.
Hey, buddy. Just because we're hosting Grouch Couch Night does not mean you have to emulate being a grouch.
I wouldn't be a grouch if things wouldn't fail on me within the first 5 seconds of a stream. Hi, welcome to Forky's Bite. This is not normal. God damn it.
The miming of the crash out, I think it made it all that much better. Because I think that is every bit of our bits for promotion is just funny music on top of you crashing out.
I think so. You know, if someone's going to edit that, not that I will, not that we make any real content around here. Hi, guys. I'm so glad that all of you decided to join us. I completely understand you change your minds immediately and run the opposite way and do something productive with your Monday night. Except for, I want you to hang out with our guest tonight, who brought all kinds of great friends, and I can't wait to meet you. My whole vibe is thrown off, T. My spiel, it's all over. I have to regulate myself.
Welcome back, 4 Geeks by Geeks, where geeks come to geek out.
Stop subbing to this! This deserves no sub. You're all very kind. God.
I tell you. So I don't know if Turk can hear me now. I'm pretty sure Turk can hear. Hopefully Turk can hear me now. So to those who are new here, which I think is our whole chat right now, Bozer is...
I'm gonna drink bubbles.
Bozer is very much so advertisement 101. He can twist everything and everything is going to be A-okay and it's going to be fine. So when we started this show, technical difficulties have been the backbone of the entire fucking show. And logically, when you have something that is a repeat problem, you make it merge, right? That's the logical course of action. The community loved it. Everybody was about it. This man fought us for years to make technical difficulties merge. And here we are fucking 6 years in, still facing the same goddamn dilemmas. Because this fucker can't figure out how to zoom out to unmute for whatever bullshit coding took place in Talk Studio.
Coding? You think I can code in this shit?
So again, since Bozer cut me off when trying to save this, to everybody here, welcome to 4 Geeks by Geeks, where geeks come to geek out. As always, I'm T.
As always, I'm a piece of shit. Thanks for coming.
We're really flipping roles right now, and I'm going to be honest, I don't like this.
Get used to it. You know what?
I'm in the midst of my personal life crash out right now, and I don't need to be the optimistic one.
I'm supposed to be the strong one for you, and
correct.
I'm also failing as a host. Oh God, I'm spiraling. Oh, and our guest is still here for some reason.
I'm going to be honest, from the little bit I've learned about this man, I think he's thriving off of this, and it's probably just amplifying his personality.
Probably feeding. Yeah. This is why we're here. We did this whole thing. It was staged. It was staged for our guest.
Again, the 12 minutes I've talked to this man, I think he is the epitome of goblin energy. To our Jeffsits of goblin energy. So I think he's going to thrive. I think I'm going to enjoy him, and I think Bozer's going to lose his shit again tonight before all is done. And he's probably going to go on sabbatical, and then the show's going to end because I'm doing this shit solo.
But, you know, hi to all our new friends. Let me just catch up on this monstrous chat of all of you being so fucking supportive in the chat over our technical difficulties. Everyone enjoy Bozer's Crash Out. Yep. Probably the one I play to bring to the Grouch Couch in April. Cool. Oh, I hear now. Oh my God. Yes. Voices. Hello. Hey, we hear you. Perfect. I don't know. It's kind of hotter when muted. You're not wrong, because now you have to match this voice to this face. It's okay. My stream always has something going wrong. Wow. Even to the new people, we have the best, greatest chat on the internet. So thank you for supporting me through this midlife crisis.
The third one he's had
this year.
We get one a month. I thought I got one a year.
No, baby. We have a new president.
I get to catch. Oh here. God. We're really throwing this fucking stream to the wolves.
let's just bring in our guest because we have to do it quick. Otherwise,
Stay on the presidency.
You guys,
I have a feeling who he voted for personally, but
get on back down on our guest. Turns out that we were both kind of crushing on each other's content for a long time. I saw this man, literally thought he was a TikTok meme, and I avoided reaching out sooner because I'm like, it's a hard no. Like, this guy, this stream, no, he's way too cool for us, way too professional for us. And he's got a better stream setup than we do. So why would he say yes? Mm-hmm. And that happened until the moment he reached out to us, asking us.
I bet he's fucking regretting not typing those few words.
I think so. He's like, they couldn't even support being a part of my stream. But hopefully we can change his mind by the end of the
stream. My favorite part of the fact is knowing that you're not going to edit a lick of this so you can get it posted in time and get back to your life, is that every bit of your crash out is going to be what people get to see first.
Yes, because I'm a true professional. I'm honest. I'm authentic.
See, that means I got to make my crash out even bigger than yours when it's my turn.
This guy is fully preparing something for the moment that we bring him in. So, please, you guys, welcome with the loudest of applause. Are
you sure that's going to work and not break the stream?
It might. It probably will. But our new friend from the Grouch Couch. Everyone, make some love.
Some love.
Everyone, make some love.
Some love.
My lovely bunches of cocoa nuts, it's good to have you here. Welcome back to the shit show. I love you all. Cheers, thanks for being here. This is a grand old time, I'll tell you what. Yes, thanks y'all for being here. Poobert, hello. Hi, Yuki. We love you. Thanks for joining. Abby, good to have you here. Look, we've got Bozer. We've got T. I brought him on the show today to interview them. And they...
Pretty much.
Turns out they're just crashing out. Hi, hello, everybody.
Hold on. They is not accurate. He is crashing out. I had my crash out in private behind closed doors.
Orange. That's right. If you
I need Jeff sits here.
What color the undies were today, you've got it. If I break another chair, look. Then you guys.
How many chairs have you broken? That's a very important question to ask. Granted, with that intro, I'm going to say, hold on, let me guess. 7.
That's pretty good. That's a good guess. We'll go with that. 7's good. Hello!
Give or take.
Look, guys, good to be here.
You're finally
excited.
You're finally here.
I know.
You didn't run.
I didn't run.
We gave you every reason. Honestly, we do this every stream. Just
again, we is a bit of an exaggeration.
We together as he has every part of this responsibility as I do.
As lads.
Debatable.
We as lads. It's good to be here, man. Right here on 4 Geeks by Geeks. Look, we've got some nerds in the chat. We've got some geeks on the screen. I'm gonna need all of you guys who are subscribers to the Grouch Couch to please put some nerd emotes in chat for me, please. This is nerds versus geeks. That's why we're here.
All right? Damn, he really is a professional. This is crazy to listen to.
This is a full-on battle. This is what we're doing from here on out. And everyone else who's from the Grouch Couch who hasn't followed for
Oh, God. I mean, I gotta find a fucking stream voice. I don't have one.
Click that little follow button for me, please. Help these guys. They deserve at least.
Hold on. I need to go close my door before I wake my child and get in trouble.
Let's have them get there. Look, I don't know about more than 1,000, though. So once we get to 1,000, we're going to have a hard stop. But we need to get there.
Cut it off.
Yes. Nerds, geeks, and Poindexters. That's right.
Cool. When did the Vatican give you your state of sainthood? Because for living through those first 12 minutes, I think that you've earned it.
Well, it's a funny story, actually. About 6 months ago, I was in Venice, and I went to go see the Pope. Really nice lad, you know what I mean?
How's he doing? I know he just got discharged.
Tipping back. Turns out he really likes scotch. And I was like, whoa, dude, the Pope? That's wild. And, tipped a couple back, and then by the end of the night, I was... Sir Knight Turk. That's right. It's all it took.
But they can knight you in Rome too, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's actually a new thing. Yeah. Couple months.
You were the first.
Yeah, that was the first.
Deservedly so. Because thank you for dealing with our bullshit.
All right, are we calm now? Cheers, lads. Thanks for having me.
Everyone, whether you're at home drinking kombucha, whiskey, beer,
Somebody explain to me what the fuck kombucha is. Is it just spicy tea?
Yes.
it's a yeasty. There's a live
No. It's spicy
probiotics
tea.
inside.
That's it.
So you drink it, and the worms go into your belly and take care of all the bad shit.
Ooh. Yes.
I'll just stick with my tequila worms, to be honest.
Very good. Very good. Thanks also
Kirk.
for a great DM. Thanks, Yuki. Appreciate that.
How the hell are you, dude?
Doing pretty good, man. Things are popping off. We got a lot of events coming up, doing a lot of guest stars, getting to know my fellow community. There's a couple things that I always say, and even the lads in chat know, but rising tide raises all ships. So I think it's awesome to collaborate and, you know what I mean, get to know each other. Like, competition isn't really, I hate people that think here's competition. It's not, man. We're out here collaborating, growing, you know what I mean, combining communities. Because look, there are some big dogs out there, and we got to get together and take them down. You know what I mean?
There's the competition.
Yeah, there is. And it's not between us. You know what I mean?
It's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, this was really cool that you decided to, like, you reached out to us, first of all.
I did, yeah. Yeah.
Which, like, was, like, I
One of two people that we've had on has reached out to us.
Can
like,
you believe
you want
it?
this energy. You want this
Yeah.
energy. This broken ass energy.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that meant so much because, like, I actually have been watching you guys for a long time and just, like, really loving what you're doing. And I love the energy and you just seem so much fun. And I'm like, that is what a streamer should be. So I want to surround myself with that. And then you came to us. And so we were on. Did somebody put you up to it? Was it a dare? Did you lose a bet?
Well, there was a clip I saw of T, and he was just throwing cats over houses. And I was like,
Nice.
that guy? I want to
Only the ones that deserve it, to be very, very clear.
Yeah. Well, there was another guy out there. It might have been you. And then you were like, hey, T, a bitch can't throw this cat over this house.
No, that would be
He was like-
Eugene for sure.
He was like,
Definitely
"Bet."
okay.
And then I was like, oh, dude, these guys are throwing cats? Yeah, I'm in on this.
Now everybody, our content's finally getting engagement, T, as we're searching through. Our click-through rate is skyrocketing, looking for the cat video.
The SEO for the cat video is going to go crazy.
Orgies my cat video.
Look,
Kid.
I've got a background in improv, my guy, so you can't set me up because I'm destined to fail. That's it.
You wouldn't
No, but,
believe it, but I'm a theater major.
Nice.
One
Love
time
that.
I watched Bozer do improv at a very, very terrible improv show, and he did it very poorly, and it made me angry because they were unfunny, and he had the potential to finally make the show funny, and he just neglected to do so.
I didn't want to overshadow, okay?
You should have, because that was a waste of an hour.
Good Lord.
I mean, I
Good
think I was
Lord.
high the entire
Well, good,
time, so it didn't matter.
because you're going to get to see Bozer come do improv again on the Grouch Couch. He ain't on my schedule yet, but he's going to be there. All right?
Hey.
And it's going to be horrible improv, but you're going to come over there and we're going to...
Isn't all improv at least just kind of horrible?
No, I stand by that fact.
I like
but-
improv shows.
I take this as my audition, and I take this as I've already beefed it.
Cool. That's what I like to
it's
hear.
Still a yes? Still a yes from you?
Still a yes. Still a yes.
Yeah, because
for me.
now the only way you can go is up. He's seen what
Yeah.
Bozer crashing out looks like, and so now if you have any level of likability and or humor, it's tolerable.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Hell yeah.
What I lack in talent, I make up for in
Depends who you talk to.
Good.
We don't
I'm
talk
a
to those
prophet.
people.
I got here at 6 because I don't understand time zones. Yeah, you know that. That's true. Glenlivet Yum. I don't know what that means. I play
Glenvier.
Glenvier?
Glenlivet. Glen.
Glen-
It's a whiskey. It's a really good whiskey.
Glenn Levitt.
Yeah.
No, it's Livier. Okay, first of all, for anybody that
It's
isn't in the chat
Tarjay.
and doesn't know who you are, tell us a little bit about who you are. Who is a geek, Turk?
Well, as a nerd, I do a lot of things. But the Grouch Couch, baby. So we do tabletop role playing, right? Of course, we all do, right? We do it in full costume. We like to have as much fun, but we do it in a way, you know what I mean? We're just like the normal guys, you know? We don't have millions of dollars to spend on costumes, so we're just having fun, making
Just have
stuff,
thousands.
role playing. We're doing voices, and you know what I mean? And we do a show called Improv Quest, where basically we like to get as many guests on and fun people on to grow our communities together and get to know each other a little bit through some storytelling, because that's what we feel like everything's all about. But we also make comic books and do art and, you know what I mean, merchandise, and I do TTRPG reviews and solo plays, and it basically, if it's nerdy and tabletop, we've done it and we're doing it, or we're going to do it on the Grouch Couch. That's it. Yeah.
So you do everything on the Grouch Couch, and that's it.
Yes.
See, I did that, and Bozer got mad at me for doing too much.
What are you talking about? Do too much?
Passive aggressiveness? Hold on. We got to work this out.
Thank you for being the first
When-
fucking guest to call him out on his shit. He is passive aggressive to me all the time.
Only when you deserve it.
Yeah, all the
Just
time.
all the time. All the time. Shut up. I don't need that from you.
How does that make you feel when he says that? You know?
You know why are we doing this? Are we like? Thank you.
Yeah.
I needed a mediator. T. You call me out of my shit,
If I don't, who's going to?
but I do always need it. And you're the only man that's ever stood by me this long.
I'm legally obligated to.
I love you, man.
It was in the contract.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Nice.
Funny enough, when he gets drunk, that is how he does speak, and it's the worst thing in the world.
T didn't even reciprocate. You know what I mean? You pulled your arch fingers out there.
Yep, you
He
saw
didn't
it. It's live. Hit that clip
Just
button.
moved on.
Clip.
See, that's the thing. I can do so many horrible things tonight, and it's not going to be the clipped material, so I can really just get away with whatever the fuck I feel like this evening.
Guys, clip every fucking word he says.
Oh, he's
Every
jealous. He wants it. He wants it.
I'm trying to help Bozer be the focal point for a change, because usually I'm the one stealing the spotlight, so I really needed to give him his moment to shine.
I have to be loud and obnoxious to steal the spotlight, but he can just exist. Just fair.
Hey, look, I feel that. My cohorts on my show are all so damn talented and entertaining. I'm like, I got to be bright and vigilant, you know?
Thank you.
And-
I'm gonna dye my
yeah.
hair. Where
That's it.
way cool thing, grow a mustache, just a mustache. Or no, you gotta
Maybe
look
some
bring that
eyebrows.
from
Gotta. Yes. Yeah.
here. Look at the wrong camera because it's normally that camera. God damn it.
My man's mad. Okay, here's the first question I got for you guys. What is the craziest character you've brought into a table before?
I'm not even going to change the fact that it's our show. It's Turk's show tonight, and I think that makes all of this that much
It's
better.
yours. Well, I'm glad you asked because
Yeah.
I had
I thought it was a good question.
to ask.
I came up
for
with
a
it
very long
myself.
time. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
It was great. Actually, we did a really great crossover with Let's Get Rollin' for Christmas TTRPG, and I'm really proud of Fladur. He was an animal handling genius, especially of reindeer, and he was an old man
Nice.
and wore no clothes in the North Pole.
Nice.
And I honestly, I was drunk during that stream, so I don't remember everything that
That
happened.
stream.
Every stream, but
The camera's all
it was a
with
good time.
Me too, baby. I bumped my desk. Was it a good time? Animal handling genius. Did you say reindeer?
Yeah,
Nice.
and his name is Fladur.
Nice. Christmas special?
At HP, let me spell it out.
Yes, spell it. Don't type it. Don't look at it. Spell it right now, live on air.
O-L. No, that's wrong. Moving on. T.
You got this.
What was the craziest character?
T sadly hasn't actually got to play any crazy characters.
I beg your pardon?
I feel like all of my characters have been well enough tamed into its own existence. Name one.
All right, well, like,
How about
that wasn't the
Donatello,
question,
girl?
right? The question wasn't, have you ever brought a crazy character? It was, what was the craziest character? So out of all of your normal characters, what was the craziest one?
Ahem. Waiting.
I don't have an answer for this one, unfortunately. I feel like I haven't had the opportunity to really go out. Like, I want to play Mage Hand carrying sentient loaf of bread is the dream character to play, and I just have not been given the opportunity to be capable of doing so.
Been given lots of opportunity.
To play Mage Hand carrying sentient loaf of bread? No, I have not.
This opportunity.
Tell me that would fit in your fate narrative.
Look, that's the dream. Everybody wants to play that. How do you pull it off?
That's it.
Do you have a DM that just is okay with anything, maybe? Just here for the lulls?
Yeah.
With how much I DM is the problem. I don't get the opportunity. When I do play, I got to be semi-serious because it's I finally get to be a player. And if I waste my time for all of my goblin energy to go into character creation, then that's when it dies, and I don't even get the opportunity to see the character come to life.
Well, roll higher hit points. That's your fault.
That
Okay, what about you, Turk? What's the craziest character you've ever brought to a TTRPG? By the way, that's the question of the day. Use command QRTD, and you can answer it too in the chat.
Yeah,
Did you just say QRTD?
I think he did. So I'm trying to find. Good lord, I don't know where it is.
Are you searching through?
Because mine comes with asterisks. No, okay. Well, I've created a lot of wild characters. First of all, there was Captain Spatula, who only had a spatula for a hand, and of course we role played it, right?
You had a spatula, a real spatula.
Yeah. Well, we dressed up and everything.
Did you
Captain
live under the
Spatula
sea?
was pretty good. He didn't, but he was a ranger, so he knocked arrows with the spatula.
The worst fucking class.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But secondly, I played a character named Willie the Wizard, and Willie, well, he was like a womanizer, but he was like an old man. So
it's okay.
Aren't they all?
He'd be like, I've got a bunch of bitches, and everybody loves me. And of course, we dressed up. But the best part about Willie was when we play, it's in our bio. We like to push the boundaries of what role-playing can be, right? So Willie, I actually recorded a 5-track EP rap album as Willie the Wizard.
Is that somewhere that we can view it?
So I was trying to find it because this was 5 years ago, and I'm trying to find it. But yeah, I have some of them memorized, but it's pretty good. I know there's some people that right? It's like, Willie, I'm a wizard and I wear the crown. I got 29 bitches and I'm coming to your town. If you step to me, bitch, I'll put you down and I'll hop on my dragon and I'll fly around. I'm the king of the astral plane. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to find it because I actually put work into it. And that's just some of the type of shit that we try to do. But I think my favorite character is one of my more recent ones. His name's Jackal Jones, and he's a homeless man. And in fantasy times, he thinks he has a podcast where he talks about conspiracies. And so, like, he'll talk into, like, you know, like a wooden stick and be like, welcome to my podcast.
Honestly, that's got to be the best like storytelling devices. That's how you get your exposition done, is have it be his monologuing for that week's episode. What was Bill Burr's comedy show where he just like called in a payphone, left a voicemail, and that was his whole show, was just him ranting via payphone?
Jackhole emotes. He wears a tinfoil hat.
As one does.
About Bill Burr, I honestly couldn't tell you, but yeah, probably one of my favorites. Rap album. Look, I'm still looking for it. Okay, it's in the archive. We've made a lot of content, guys.
See, Bozer, we really clearly got to step our game up.
Yeah. Duh.
If that's not a Patreon idea, I don't know what is. We're slowly figuring out our Patreon content.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Patreon content. That shit goes right over my head. I was like, yeah, we ain't big enough for fucking Patreon. I mean, like,
that's our joke, is we keep talking about making Patreon content and we don't.
Right.
We gotta make content first.
Mm-hmm. Our Patreon just has pictures of Fishy's feet. Like, if you want to see his feet, they're on our Patreon. That's it. That's the whole thing.
I do.
Yeah.
Endlessly.
So how long has the Grouch Couch been in existence? Where did that name come from, the Grouch Couch? Was it the Mattel toy?
We used to have, it wasn't we were first, all right? Fuck that damn toy.
Hot take.
Say it with your chest.
I only say that because people have sent me like 5 of them to our fucking P.O. box, and I was like, quit sending me these fucking toys! And I was like beating them up, and I like burned one. Mad. 2019, in like November, we...
Royalties.
But we don't like have lawyers, and that's like a lot. We just had to fix our SEO. Fishy messaged me. Fishy said, "You got a moment? I have news." I'm just gonna send him the link to the show. Come tell everybody, Fishy.
Cancels the gift I was mailing Turk.
Okay, so anyways, Grouch Couch, we had this old nasty ass brown couch. It was in our garage, and we'd always sit on it and we'd game together. And we wanted to make a name that was like rhymey, and we were also inspired a lot by Game Grumps. Grouch Couch
Yes.
Game Grumps. And so that's kind of where the name started from. We no longer have that brown couch, but it is what our logo is designed after, is that nasty-ass brown couch. And in our very first videos, we always sat on that thing and did stuff. But as we got into the D&D world, it evolved to be a mimic. It's a mimic couch.
That was actually my next question was, as it appeared in show.
Yeah. So the idea is that when you sit on the couch, it eats you and pulls you into this world, like as a mimic, you know what I mean? So that's
Best isekai out there.
yeah. That isekai, it's on I was like, I had a comic idea about it, and then the homies were like, well, isekai fucking what? I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what isekai. Anyways, yeah.
So you've been around since 2019.
Yeah.
T, so have we. So what are we doing wrong?
Well, they make content.
Oh.
We don't.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, well,
Because that's the crazy thing is when we actually do it,
slapstick, like-
we're kind of good at it.
Make con. Take all the stream tips of content creators. I'm
Make
gonna
it.
underline it 3 times.
Don't second guess yourself. Just do it. It ain't got to be
Oh,
perfect.
see, I'm out
It's
there.
just gotta
I
be
can
done.
only second guess myself in everything I do.
Yeah. We used to make slapstick comedy stuff where we would hit each other and we would like
Always.
put our hands into boxes full of mouse traps, and we shot
Always.
each other with a paintball gun to play tic-tac-toe on each other's backs.
Oh, that's a good one. See, I love that content, but Bozer doesn't want to make that anymore.
Yes,
Well,
I do, but you moved to fucking Michigan, so that's on you.
here you go. I'll put it in the chat. Hi, Fishy. Fishy did make it to chat. What's up, dog? He's got good news for everybody.
Tell us the news, Fish.
If you were dropping a link, put it in the private chat because Twitch is obviously gonna.
Oh, too late.
Like, you dropped that. Yeah, it says asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
And it won't let me unblock it and view it.
We used to play BB Gun Tag. You don't gotta watch that, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So that's when we started. So when did you guys start? 2019. What did you start as? What were you doing?
We started. You wouldn't believe it, but doing this. Except not so virtually. We did it in my dining room with a wine bottle and a selfie stick strapped to a phone, and that was our tripod.
Hell yeah.
And we used to do these in my live basement. But then
I don't know what a
apparently-
basement is. People
There's-
keep mentioning basements. I'm from
Don't lie.
California, so I literally have no idea what a basement is. Is that like a part of your house? It's like underneath your house, right? That's what someone told me.
that's where all the shit that you're embarrassed to do on the main level. So
Oh.
that's why California is so progressive, because you just all do that shit on the main level.
Right. We don't have this basement.
Damn, that's
we
actually
can
pretty
hide.
accurate.
We can hide here. Yeah, I'm down here. Nobody fucking knows I'm here.
Someone
lights
told
are
me
off
that they
upstairs.
had like a basement that you could go in, and then there was a door outside in the basement. And I was
Oh, I
like,
have one.
if the basement is underground, how's their door outside?
That's
Is
a
it
great.
like a tunnel.
It's like when you pre-order things, you're not actually pre-ordering it. You're just ordering that thing. So you're not. There is no pre-order.
I hope I was convincing. I know what the fuck a basement is and just troll it. But yeah, we are from California, so we don't have those. Yeah, me and Fishy did this whole 20-minute stream about basements and how we don't know what they are. It's pretty good.
All right, so you started in 2019, and was it always focused on the TTRPG, the like D&D content?
Hell no. So we were doing slapstick stuff. So we were beating each other up. We did this one video where like we had a bucket of candy corn and there's only one pumpkin candy corn in there. And there's 2 people sitting on the other side of the tables. And the first person to find that pumpkin candy corn blindfolded got to slingshot it into the other person's face. And we were 2 feet.
See,
from each
that's
other.
my version of spoons
So-
that I want to play.
We were doing shit like that. And it was just on YouTube. It wasn't performing well, obviously, because YouTube, a bunch of dudes hitting each other with cactuses. Yeah, that's getting suppressed. And so we started live streaming, but we wanted to do something different. So we started live streaming VR because we were like, no one's live streaming VR, especially back
Oh,
then.
That's a good idea.
So we did that a lot, and we just like had this whole green screen set up, and it was ass. And we did that for a while, and then we would play D&D every Sunday. And
Okay.
I was like, why don't we just meet up and live stream it? And we were like, yeah, but like let's do it different, because we tried to watch live stream D&D, and it was the boringest fucking thing. And so we were like, well, let's dress up in costumes, and we're all going to be together, and we're going to let chat be involved. And right. And we just got shit-faced the first season.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, like there was like wine, we were spilling it everywhere. We would drink space bags like crazy because we're like, oh, it's medieval times, we gotta drink wine. And we found one. We had a costume wardrobe, and there was just like a space bag shoved under there, like a full one that was there for like 2 years. And we pulled it out, and we ended up drinking it, but disgusting. We were heathens.
That's content, guys. That's content.
That's content.
Yeah, you just gotta commit to the bit, and eventually it works.
Wine gets better over time.
Except in 2025 is 100-inch projector and Nintendo Switch.
Yes. Also, Fishy said, Fishy signed his first ever lease agreement and moved into our new house April 1st. No fools.
Congratulations.
Woo! Sick, bro. That's awesome, dude. You use his comment. It's good that it actually is a reality. It's fucking badass. It's badass. Yeah. The old lady from the time we played the train TTRPG.
Ooh, Maddie Patton says, hi, Daddy.
That's my child. Don't get weird.
Oh, I was like, which daddy is she talking about?
Not me.
So,
Yeah.
you started in 2019. You just started making some random shit, but then you focused into TTRPGs. Like, what's your personal background with that kind of thing?
Good question, my friend. So, D&D 5e. That's where we started.
Mm-hmm.
We're a bunch of children.
Fuck Wizards of the Coast. Go on.
He has to
Yeah,
say it.
wait.
He's legally
Ain't
obligated.
wrong.
Legally
Ain't
obligated.
wrong. Yes, I think at this point we almost all are.
Yeah.
The funniest thing right now on our YouTube channel, I mean, we've done like 8 different campaigns. Only one of them is actually D&D. Even on my solo stuff, none of it is D&D. We've done like ICRPG and Morkborg and, you know, all different kinds of really cool stuff. And one of our players, Proteus, she's like, I've been a part of this D&D group for years, and I've only played D&D once. And I'm like, I know. How crazy is that? Wild.
It's unfortunate that D&D will forever be the greatest TTRPG introduction, specifically 5e. Anything prior to that gets way too complicated. 5e, great introduction, but the moment people have a basic understanding of TTRPGs, they throw that shit away and find all the other fun stuff that exists in the universe.
I agree, which is a hard line because when you're making content, you got to say D&D or put hashtag D&D or
Right.
whatever.
Yep.
And it sucks because I don't want to promote that shit, but it's SEO. That's what you got to
Yep.
say. Even like my most recent video today, my short, someone was like, the best way to do this is to not play D&D at all. And I was like, fucking hard agree, dog. I don't know what else to say. Yeah.
It's truly one of those strange things to like recognize and understand. Like, yes, I'm playing this game, and there's always that one person out there that wants like thinks they're changing the world by it being in your comment section. Like, you're not actually promoting D&D. Like, that's the point, my guy. And
Right.
we're all aware of that. We all know what the joke is. You, for some reason, ABC 4568923333304. They're just missing the loop.
So like,
There's somebody out there with that username, and I just specifically pissed them off in particular.
Yes, somebody's handle just unfollowed us. So there goes our monetization.
oh well, fuck them. Dealing with comments, man, is a whole thing. It's kind of like a new world for me.
Poser
weirdest
won't
thing-
let me.
The craziest thing is on TikTok, I get the nicest comments. It's YouTube Shorts where I get the weirdest comments. And it's always like, I always get a couple few that are just like, why do you look like that?
Face look
And-
like face.
At first it bothered me, but now I just respond, thanks, Grandpa. Like I always respond because I'm like, thanks for the comment. You're helping my SEO. I appreciate that. And now I'm going to add, you don't think you're helping, but you are. So thank you.
It's like that thing when you
Yeah.
ask people to repeat themselves when they're being rude, and they've already got the foul thing out of their mouth, and then they stop and think and completely change what they just did because they got going like, oh shit, you're right. What I meant was.
Right. Exactly. It's so funny. I
wanna
get it
say that
though.
was an
I get it.
insult.
If you're scrolling through YouTube Shorts, you know what I mean, looking at half naked women or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's just my face, and I'm like, bees! You know what I mean? They're like, what? Why do you look like that? Like, I get it.
See, now
I
I'm
get it.
very curious what somebody's algorithm is going to have to curate to be naked woman, blue-haired man from California.
God.
Don't yuck a
Come on,
yum.
man.
There is
This
a very niche
Bozer
parallel that exists inside
and
of.
Bozer and T. All right, Bozer, T. Turk. Bozer, T. Turk.
Bozer one.
Yes. Right there.
Turk.
Helping out Chad there, yeah. Boozer, the Bows, dude. Oh no, don't leave. No, I know that guy, dude. We all know that guy. Morkborg. Oh yeah, I grabbed this. I got a new Morkborg book. Check it out on the video because very soon I'm gonna be reviewing it. Oh, I fucking love Morkborg material. I don't know if you guys are into Morkborg, dude, but
I don't know that one.
You don't know Morkborg? It's one of the best RPGs. It's the best. Yeah, look up Morkborg. It's Swedish.
It right now.
Hell yeah, it's a Swedish thing that came out. It got like #1 RPG in 2021, like indie RPG. The art style of it is insane. It reads like a metal album, like a record album. They've actually released records for their game that you could listen to while you play it. It's like they're pushing the boundaries of what RPG should be. This is I appreciate that shit. I got a Morkborg patch on my vest right here, baby. Sup, I love Morkborg, and so I got a new book. Getting the material is so hard, but when you can get it, it's like, yes, this shipped all the way from New Zealand.
Why is it so hard?
All right, Britt, I need you to mind your business in chat right now. Don't be calling me out like this.
Oh no, don't he'll be back added to the pile.
I'm not. My wife has prohibited me from backing things on Kickstarter anymore because it's a problem.
Oh no, don't support people in their dreams.
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't actually ban me from it, but when new things pop up periodically, she does give me that look like, well, what the fuck is it this time? And that's the thing, is I don't ever know, because past me got current me a gift. And so when current me opens it, it's a surprise for everybody.
It's so funny.
Ta-da!
Yeah, past me got current me a gift. I got one of those, and when it showed up, I was super stoked.
See, past me got current me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TTRPG, and I'm waiting for that to show up.
It's an 8-ball, but it's a D20.
So that's cool.
You shake it, and then it gives you a number. It has to be straight up to be able to see it.
Is there a D20 inside?
No, but it'll give you a number. That's an 18.
There we go.
So it's not a D20. So when you shake the other limited options, it's either 18.
It's 1 from 20. Come on now. What are you, brand new?
You said there's not a D20 inside.
No, but it's like.
How can it possibly show a 20?
I don't know.
There are 23.
I don't know how they
break that shit open.
Wait, so how many D20s can you put inside of themselves before it's too many D20s?
Could you pay a friend to get things on Kickstarter? 12.
Do you use that in gameplay?
No, I wish I could. I really want to. I'm trying to think of ways to use it. It's just one of those really cool things that I seen and was like, yeah, no, I have to have one of those. That's it. You're
gonna send it to me in 6 months? Items that have no practicality.
Yeah, send it to me in 6 months. I'll fucking take it. Yeah.
After I paid for it 6 months ago and forget.
Yeah, more I was starting to push, and Kickstarter's a good way to push. I'm just going to change the subject a little bit. In chat, Mr. Abstracto, me and Abstracto actually created a one-off series comic using Kickstarter, and believe it or not, it was about Willy the Wizard and his sidekick.
I am very curious. Did you have a hard time getting Kickstarter to actually promote your content?
Well, our community is so wonderful. We funded our comic in less than an hour.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good for you.
That's awesome.
We really didn't have any issues at all, but we did a fuck ton of promoting before it went live, like ourselves.
That's the big thing I've heard when it comes to those crowdfunding websites, is if you basically don't have the funding to pay them already, like here is the money to promote my said project, finding it is already hard enough a lot of the time. I have that issue with GameFound more than Kickstarter personally. But a lot of times, like if you're not having the public push that upfront of your own publishing money, like promotional money, you're not getting found. And that's the downside of those, is if you're on
make money kind of thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I get that. Good old community. Ain't that right, Chris? Chris, you gonna be on Side Questers? Not Side Questers. Improv Quest. What day I got you? I got you, Chris. Is that Chris from Chaos Den?
Chris of the
Den. Is that Chris from Chaos Den? It could be. I think I got you on April 18th, baby. Wasabi.
He demands foot pics.
Sure is. Improv Quest, April 18th, baby. That's it.
Okay, so speaking of Improv Quest, you listed off a litany of different content things that you guys are making on the Grouch Couch. Walk us through what those are, including Improv Quest.
God, I don't want to bore the shit out of chat. I don't want to bore y'all.
Yeah, you
we
are
make
so
a lot.
boring.
My guy, I think
we make a lot.
11 out of the 13 people here are your community, so
I
I
know.
think they're here to hear
What's up?
whatever
Oh,
you
shit.
say regardless.
Story Dad's here too. We love Story Dad. Story Dad's another content creator, one of our lovely
Miss
friends
Story
as
Dad.
well. Yeah, hi Story Dad, dude. He is like fucking herpes on the TTRPG space. Like he is,
That's a statement.
he's everywhere. Like yeah, you want
Cool.
this man guest stars, okay? If
Story Dad,
you
I need
have
to know
seen-
how you feel about being called the herpes of the TTRPG world.
in the best way. Look, Story Dad knows that I love him. Story Dad is beautiful. He's like the like amazing, like really cool, talented, funny guy. He knows that I mean well when I say that. Just like if you have seen a TTRPG stream, Story Dad's probably been on it at one point or another. He is contagious. He is, and it's wild. It's absolutely wild.
Okay, so Improv Quest, what is it? Why am I watching
Keeping me
it?
on track. Good
Why
job,
am
Story Dad.
I going to
You're a
guest
good
star
host.
on it? And why the fuck do you want that to happen?
Improv Quest is collaborative storytelling. On every player's turn, we kind of serve as a micro dungeon master. We're allowed to add small things to the scene. The name of the game with Improv Quest is that there's really no limits. There's small rules, but we get to tell a story together. You get to make your character canon in our world, and we get to tell a story that we can remember. A story that we have no idea what is going to happen at the beginning, but at the end, a story that will live in our minds and in our memories forever. And of course, also online together. It's the best way for us creators to be able to collaborate in a free, easygoing space and make something really fun. Straight up.
You practiced that.
No, that's the first time I've ever said it that way.
That's off the cuff?
Will someone clip that so I can write that down?
I got you, buddy. Got you.
He is contagious. Yes, yes.
So how is the improv? Because like, I was struggling when I was talking about Improv Quest.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to put that into words with like a caption or whatever. And a lot of people would say, well, all D&D is collaborative storytelling. How is Improv Quest any different?
In D&D, you're a player, and your dungeon master is guiding you.
Okay.
In Improv Quest, we're all guiding each other. You have to play off what the last person said, right? What the last person added to the scene, you have to play off of it. And there's no negating. There's no, there's no, what is this? What happened? The last game we did, we had these guys called the Side Quest Improv Troupe. They're from England, really nice lads. And someone just casually added a shark to the scene. And
As one does.
We were on like a fishing boat. It made sense. By the end of the scene, we were inside of a giant megalodon talking to old dude's grandpa who had been living inside of the megalodon for 50 years. And it was just this amazing story that just came together. And I could see the light in these lads' eyes. There was 4 of them. And once it clicked what we were doing and the limitations of it, they just went off. And it was so much fun.
I feel like Mad Libs of the TTG world is a great, elevator pitch to that concept.
Yeah, I think so. But Mad Libs has a structure, right? But we do have a quest structure. Like at the beginning, we're like, okay, what quest are we doing today? And then we build off that quest. We don't know how it's going to end, but the quest is we have to retrieve this item. Okay, everyone has a goal to get the item, right? So how the hell do we get there? And I actually have a roll chart for our starting location, and then we build from there. So those are the only 2 things.
Have you had any adventures that have gone so far off the rails that you can't manage to circle it back?
Well, here's the cool thing. So our storyline, canon-wise, is based in this tavern. The idea is that we're all inside of the Tall Tale Tavern telling a story to a crowd of people. And if the story's good enough, our characters get free food and board for the night or whatever. But if by the end of the show we're out of time and the story isn't settled, we cut back to the tavern and you guys just say how the story ends. So
Okay.
it's all about the journey, right?
So you have a Deus Ex Machina built into the structure.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, but the Tall Tale Tavern kind of adds this layer of canon to everything. So, even though the story was fucking insane, it could have been untrue, and you're just telling a fucking story. But it was still fun to do, So,
Yeah, did what you like.
How long are these? When I play D&D, I want to play for 3 or 4 hours
Ooh.
at the minimum.
Ooh.
Are these? How long are these streams?
so we do 15-minute opener. We play for an hour. We take a break, and then we do 30 minutes to an hour to finish, and then 20-minute closer or 10-minute closer. So usually it ends up about 2.5 hours. And if we
So all of these are more or less contained one shots.
Yeah, they're one shots. Yeah, they're episodic. Yeah. So you can watch anyone that you want to. You don't have to like follow some crazy story. One of the sell points of the show, because like if you go to someone's YouTube and they've got 500 episodes of their campaign, that's insane. They're all 3 hours long. It's like, how are we, you know what I mean? Where do I start? You know what I mean? It's going to take me forever to catch up. It's kind of like a hard thing to get into. So the selling point was, this is episodic. Watch whichever one you want. Doesn't matter. You know? Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, but Bosery, imagine Josh playing.
Josh is our improv guru on Cloudscape, our current TTRPG campaign, and he's asinine.
I think that's Fate, right?
Fate, yeah. Right now,
Currently, yes.
Currently, yeah. I've only heard bad things.
I don't mind it. I don't know, TD. I think it's a little too.
It's a game.
For you.
It's not a bad game. It's not one I don't think I'll personally go back and play it again. It's not one I wouldn't recommend to people, but it's not my particular preferred play style of TTRPGs.
With Improv Quest, is there a rule set that you're using?
We used 5e for characters. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? We got all this other shit going on, so like we don't want to deal with that. But we do have a structure for everybody's turn. It's react, add, action. So you get to react to what the last person said. You get to add up to 3 elements to the scene, and then you could take an action as your character.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
That's like a twist on 5e. I love that.
Yeah. React, add, action. Yeah. And we're always in initiative. Always.
Always an initiative.
Yeah.
Sir Poobert says, I have to ask you about how he got chat in on Making the Chaos. The suggestions?
I feel like I've just been talking. Wait.
No, we send out those questions to you in case because we've had a couple guests that we can't get to talk, no matter how hard we try.
It's a couple.
You are what we prefer because this is just natural flowing conversation. We have questions to fall back on if need be.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Badass. The worst thing that happened was the cast spending 1,155 days in the jungle because of Turk. Okay, so this is a good segue to the suggestions. We started off, right? And I was like, and you guys are starting off in this jungle. And without any prompt, I just asked chat. I said, hey, chat, give me a number suggestion. Could be any fucking number. The first person to get in the number is the number I'm going to take. And Poobert put in there 1,155. And so I said, okay, you guys have been in this jungle for 1,155 days, which is 4 years, 3 years, whatever. And they went, what? Okay, guess we're embracing this now. And it led to hilarity. Connor, one of the players, like messed his hair up and put on like eye makeup, like he was like in the jungle surviving. Yeah, and it added to hilarity. So we have a suggestion command. It costs like 1 channel point or something on Twitch, and you could spam it as much as you want. And we can take suggestions, or we cannot take suggestions. But if chat puts in one that's good enough, their name actually goes into my little black book. They get like a number. It can go up to however many, but they go into a giveaway that we do every 5 weeks. So the encouragement is to do good suggestions, and then if the players take the suggestions from chat as well, they get what we call couch coins, which is like inspiration to add to the story. So it's like full circle. We want the players to take it. We want the chat to do good ones, basically. And some nights we get insane amounts of suggestions. Some nights we get none, but that's the name of the game. Does the game work without suggestions? Does it work with? Yes. Yes.
See, we tried doing that for our first campaign, and I hated it because it was a serious campaign, and chat was like, oh, this beautiful, heartfelt moment. What if we just ruined it in its entirety?
Yeah, look, man.
We went the opposite direction, and we thought, okay, if we're going to do like actual plays, we're just going to record it separately away from chat. And then for a while, we would stream them, have like a premiere on chat so that we could then be in chat with you while you experienced it with you.
Nice.
Yeah.
But Another World Tabletop does that as well. My boy Story Dad, he does that as well.
But then schedules being what they are as adults, like that just became less plausible. So then we just air them on YouTube.
Nice.
But I love the idea. Like you seem like you've really cornered the market on engaging that community.
So like we were like, let's go all in. Like, we can't do serious stories. Although we have done serious stories. I have done it. With our chat involvement the whole time. You know what I mean? Rerolls, give a dice, suggestions, whatever.
Wow.
Give a dice is like a reroll and stuff. I have done it, but there's just like serious moments that you got to focus on. You know, and you just ignore the things, but everything else is like comedy. But my cast are all just comedy fucking fools. We were doing this bit where like Connor was like meeting his dad for the first time, and Fishy, his character, was up in the bathroom taking a shower in old dude dad's fucking bathroom, and just came out. He had a prop, he had a towel on his head, and he said, "What's going on, guys?" In the middle of a serious moment. And I was like, "You fucking bastard!" So like sometimes my point is it's unavoidable. Sprinkles is my partner. Hello, he's sitting next to me.
Hello.
Hi, Sprinkles.
Yeah. Anyways, we decided let's go all in on the chat craziness, and let's do one shots and let's just have guests on. So we went the complete opposite direction. But we are doing serious campaigns as well, but we're pre-recording them, and I'm doing full edits like we talked about before stream, but I'm giving myself months to edit them. So we're currently doing a Kids on Brooms campaign in a
Good one.
campus. And it's actually an origin story to a couple of the characters on Improv Quest. So
There you go.
those characters get real love and real story on top of chaotic madness.
Dan Bozer, I think that might be what we need to do. Actually do campaigns and give our title self time to edit it all and then release it once it's complete.
Yeah.
I know. I'm finding that as opposed to us, that are like, no, this is what we're doing. This is what we like. Turk just listened to like what's working for them and just followed that.
Yeah. Like, this is working. Let's embrace it, you know. Sometimes, I mean, we all have imposter syndrome, right? And I'm like, why is Improv Quest good enough? Like, if I'm a viewer for this show, like, would I enjoy it? I always second guess myself. But then our lovely community comes in. They know my imposter syndrome, and they're like, come on, Turk, you're doing a good job, you know. So it helps to have friends in this space, is my point.
Joke's on you. I still don't trust my friends when they give me reassurance. Ha ha! They're wrong.
Nope.
Every one of them.
There was that time Connor gave birth to goldfish crackers. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Weird question.
Mm.
Turk, how did you
Bozer.
become the way that you are?
Well, I'm an entertainer, my friend. I love to entertain. I love to tell jokes. It's like, I feel like, so I'm autistic, by the way. No one knew this. I feel like there's like this switch in my head that like entertain mode, and then I can turn off everything else behind me. And it's like this amazing, just like, I don't got to worry about all this shit because we're focused on this shit right now. And hello, everybody. My name is Turk. Welcome back to the GROUCH COUCH. Good to have you here. Let's roll a D20. Hey, boys, roll a D20 right now. You got one in front of you?
Always.
T.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think. I think. No.
Bad geek.
Whoa! Hey!
Good. I
We
was gonna
don't
say,
geek shame
kick
for
him off
one,
the
fucker.
show. Switch the overlay. He's out.
Sadly, I've got fake core die closer than I've got, but I do have a D20.
I just rolled 4 fudge dice.
Nice, dude. Nice.
My child just gave it back because she made D20 art.
Nice. Anyways, how did I get the way that I am? Lots of practice, lots of fun. You know what I mean? Just like finding a way to be comfortable in front of a camera, and like, because there's always that like awkwardness, and you know, and figuring out a way to just. But if you can flip that switch and just, you know,
I flipped the switch on camera a couple times, and then we got banned. So I don't touch my switch on camera.
okay, yeah,
But-
that's a different kind of switch.
I can't. I'm looking for the switch.
Different kind of.
No, but okay. Real question for me, because I've always admired like those, what I call like real streamers that like have a way to find that like online persona and be able to, I don't know, relax into it. And I'm sure that a lot of people see you and what you do and think like, oh, that's just normal. That's his day to day. And maybe it is, but I'm guessing it's not. And like at 4 Geeks by Geeks, we love to educate those that see favorite creators and want to be more like them, and to kind of peel back the curtain and show that
Always.
there's a
I'm
lot
about that,
more.
too. Like I said, we're
behind
normal
that.
dudes dressing up in what normal dudes' costumes can afford. Like we're
Right.
doing what, and we love to be transparent. You know what I mean? That's why I just told everybody I got a switch. I'm autistic, just like everybody else. It is what it is. We all got issues. Fucking deal with them. So, anyways, what is your question?
without using autism as the answer, how do you find that persona? Like, how did you create Turk from the Grouch Couch as opposed to Turk from your day to day?
I feel like there's a relax mode, maybe. And I get it sometimes. In some of my YouTube content, actually, I'm a little bit more chill, you know, like I'm doing things a little bit more intimate, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I don't know. I can't tell you the honest truth there, but I think it's like it's either yelling or mellow yellow. Yeah, Spooky knows. Like I'm just absolutely silent in my day-to-day life. She talks to me and I just, yes, yeah. Turk Online is just teenage Turk manifest. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. I don't know, man. It's about entertaining. It's like I know the folks are here to have a good time, and in my head, I'm like, let's give it to them, baby. You want a good time? Straight faces, these lads. Straight face.
My immediate thought was I want to match this energy, but I think I would break my chair, and I don't think my desk could handle my support of trying not to come through it, and I don't need that in my life at the moment.
It is
because I want to be more like that, and I don't have, I think, the energy for it at the end of the day. Because I think the few times that I have tried to go the full me doesn't always get well received, and my immediate reaction is, all right, I'm just gonna go back inside my shell now and exist into the facade that people have socially accepted. Like, yes, this is acceptable tea, because full tea comes out and then it's like, what the fuck is happening right now? I'm like, all right, I'm cool. I'm a chill.
Do you think that's you? Because we are our own self-critics, right?
Yes, so 100%. There's not a shadow of doubt.
You
yes,
judging yourself,
correct,
in that moment, right?
Oh yeah, I'm well aware of all of these things. I just have not been capable of breaking that stigma of myself of not, like, I've got a wife, I've got children, like I've one life already outside of a very select group of people whose opinions I actually care about. Nobody else's opinion fucking matters to me in the slightest, but there's still teenage me who wants everybody's love and acceptance that keeps me grounded in a way that I don't like.
Right. It's like,
yeah,
I feel that. It's like in this space, you can feel free to extend that a little bit, like your close knits, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, my cast and crew, the couch crew, you know what I mean? All the lads out there. Hi, Poobert. I have extended that a little bit. Like, if I fuck up, I know that they'll be there to be like, yo, Turk, you dumb. You know what I mean? And that's okay. But 100%, you just can't give a fucking God. You can't give a... God didn't, damn it, the Beavers did, and he can't fucking care. These bastards out here like, why you look like that? And I'm like, I don't know, then fuck off if you don't like the way that I look.
Exactly.
Yeah, because the internet is fucking mean. But I'm making content for the people that I know that fucking enjoy it, and I'm gonna keep on doing it, baby. Act like a 4-year-old.
When this channel started, like, I did find that I had like more of a Bozer persona, and we were like a family friendly content at the time. And
you were.
We were.
I was not part of the show at that point in time. I was a very strong changing point of that decision.
No, it was decided before you, but because, like, in my day-to-day life, I do work with a lot of kids, and I like, my name is not Bozer, just so you know.
My real name's not Turk.
Well, great.
Was.
But, like, we all choose these personas because we want something that's apart from us. That's like an extended version of ourselves. And that extended version that I built originally was like an extension that I didn't want to be anymore, or be in general. It was like, super, I don't know, clean, and like, I'm like, no, if I'm on the fucking internet, I want to be like more of a true self. And so I leaned more into an authentic version, but authentic Tanner.
Outs themselves.
That's me. I'm Tanner. Authentic Tanner screws shit up too much. I need Bozer to be better than me. And wow, we're getting real existential and deep here. But this is my favorite conversation to have. Like, this is the question. This is like the penultimate content creator question is what you put out to the world through your content, is that any semblance of real? Or is that like a better version of you that you've sequestered off and just isolated the rest to not think
It's like
about.
You're like a phoenix, you know what I mean? You're letting it free.
Right.
You know, I relate hard with that.
And I feel like the Bozer doesn't always phoenix out. Like I want Bozer to phoenix out. I'd love to just come on that energy.
Dude,
and not
hashtag Phoenix out. Chat, can we get some hashtag Phoenix out?
Honestly,
that's sick.
I think that's honestly the funniest thing about Bozer is I've known him since the 3rd grade, and there truly is a difference between Bozer and Tanner, and I'm going to say it since you've already outed your own name. And it's
is there really?
Yeah, because you're not Tanner to me. Like you, as who I would describe you as an individual, it's not Tanner. Tanner is who has his day job, who does everything he does in his day-to-day life. That's not who you are as a person, in my perspective. Like in my universe, you are Bozer before you're Tanner. Not in that the fact that you became the persona, but I think the persona is actually you actually being able to come out of your traumas, your hiding, your not who you were quite yet.
Thank you. Oh my god. Am I having a moment?
Wait, is this a positive or a negative?
No, 100% a positive. So like that's my thing with when I see Tanner. Like I don't not like Tanner, but when I know if I'm speaking with Tanner, that means I have to be my legal name because those are two entirely separate entities that it's business. We can't embarrass ourselves. There's going to be too much consequence and drawback for these individuals in the day-to-day life. When it comes to Bozer, I know that's when I can slap him with a tortilla and spit all over his kitchen floor and not deal with any consequences because it's the closest I think you can get the innocence and trueness of an individual is when they can actually let loose that inner child, which Bozer is for Tanner.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I am understanding you in an entirely new way right now, T.
But I also want to say, separation of church and state is super important, like in ourselves, you know what I mean? Like,
and the government, folks. Sorry.
You got to be you, and then, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be having fun, you. And you have to be able to, you know, because, like, when it comes to business sides of Grouch Couches and things, and doing finances and planning trips, whatever.
Yeah, when you're on a business trip, you can't jump up on a chair and make the deals you need, depending on the company. Maybe you can. I don't know, but...
There's side quest and there's real life Bozer. But I like side quest Bozer more. Like in so many ways. Like I can feel my like real life persona trying to fight its way into these streams. And I just want to tell him to fuck off, which is why I drink whiskey. Because the more whiskey I drink, but then eventually I just can't make words. And then, you know,
and then you need to talk to a therapist about why you need to have whiskey to bring out the real you.
Bozer no make word good.
Yeah. No.
See, I always get jealous that I don't feel like there's a difference between T and Trent. Like, I feel like I've never came into this with a person. I've always just, in my opinion, it's just me.
It's you.
Right. And I've always felt kind of jealous that I don't have those two sides. But also, between the depression and anxiety, I can't mask well enough to pretend that when my life is shit and I come on stream, that I can have that switch of being two different people coming onto the internet to make content. And so I think that's one thing I've always kind of been happy about, that I've always been as raw as I have been, is that I don't have that persona. And that's what, so when I come on and it's not he's not in a great mood, it's not me, because my masking is shit. My masking is absolutely atrocious. I fool nobody whatsoever.
Mine's fucking spot on, dude. Mine's spot on. Can I interrupt you, though, for a sec? I really want to backtrack with what I said earlier, and I want what Sprinkles said to be what I meant to say. I'm going to read it like a script. Look, I develop entertaining personas, and it comes from passion and love, always. You know, I want to entertain and be impressive. I'm 100% happy, hyper, and loud when I stream, but when I'm off, I'm much more reserved and shy. My entertaining love gets me out of my shell. Thanks for the
script.
It's an outlet. Okay. Appreciate that. Yeah, for real. That's pretty good.
What did she say? I couldn't quite hear.
She said we're the same person, is what she said. Yeah.
No, but
Making is exhausting. Yes.
It is. Masking is exhausting.
It's honestly why I stopped streaming personally, is because I tried masking and I was like, this is awful. I hate this.
Which there's another side of content that you're making that I think kind of feeds into this. It's the We're Not Okay podcast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How does that?
Did that for a little while. So like, name of the game, like full on backstory disclosure. I have, you know what I mean, big time ties into mental health and stuff like that. My brother actually has his bachelor's in psychology. He does a thing called the wraparound program where he helps families and all this other stuff, and I'm constantly always talking to him about it. We have crazy bad childhood stuff together, and I always feel like mental health is important, and you should just be able to casually talk about it. So that's the whole thing about the We're Not Okay podcast. Like, if you've got ADHD, you got something going on, I imagine a world where people can just casually say, oh, my bad, you know, my OCD fucked that up, you know, like, that's the world I imagine, without people being too afraid or too scared, or, you know what I mean? Like, men out here, you know, not to only say men, because it's also women as well, but men afraid to cry. Like, no, dude, just get out there and tell people that you're weak in that moment, and that's okay. You know what I mean? So that's the We're Not Okay kind of came out of that. We don't develop a lot of We're Not Okay stuff right now because my co-host on that show is currently indisposed, but it's still important to have and to talk about. And yeah, dude, mental health's always been big for the Grouch Couch. Even like since the very beginning, our sign-offs would talk about mental health because we feel it.
So for those that don't fully connect those dots, like, why is it so important to acknowledge the mental health piece with like D&D, with TTRPGs?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I feel like D&D could be such a huge help for TTRPGs, could be such a huge help for mental health, because you get to role play and act as, you know what I mean, who you want to be, and you get to talk things out and figure things out, and you could leave this space to a different space. They're just as important as a video game is whenever you're into this game and you're forgetting about all this other stuff and problem solving and learning, you know what I mean, in your head. That shit's important, you know what I mean? Solving puzzles and figuring things out. And it being an escape. Yes, spooky, 100%.
Yeah, spooky.
So important. And the stigma around all the bullshit should just be removed. Like, people make such a big deal out of this or that, and I'm like, let's remove the big deal, and let's just, it is what it is, you know?
Because we're all dealing with it. Like, you don't make it through this life without trauma, without anxiety, without depression, without hardship. Right. And if you have, I don't want to.
You're lying.
Kudos. Yeah, you're lying. That's another kind of trauma. Like, you are a two-dimensional version of yourself because you haven't been rounded out.
Our whole, like, introductory episode on the We're Not Okay podcast is that pain is subjective. Just because something wasn't traumatizing to you doesn't mean it wasn't to someone else, and et cetera, et cetera. And it doesn't matter what you went through. It matters the way that your brain was able to handle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Comparison is never, okay, one-up sadding is what we call it. You don't one-up sad, but you can relate to other people.
Right.
And, you know what I mean?
I always think about that baby that's crying because, like, being hungry is the worst pain they've ever felt.
Right.
Like, all of us haven't been through the same things, but we've all experienced sadness, and you can't say, like, oh, my pain is greater than your pain because, like, subjectively is greater. That's not fair at all.
It's not. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Poobert's comment in chat. Fuck off, Poobert, you liar. You're a liar. You're muted, nerd.
Not anymore. Whoa. My life is just fine. Perfect. Nothing ever happened bad. All has made me who I am today.
No, for real. Yeah, for real, bud. For real. He knows what's up. Yeah,
No,
it's true.
I really just appreciate a TTRPG space that celebrates those kinds of things, because I think it's so important.
Sweetheart, can you get me another drink, please?
Can I try that? Sweetheart, could you get me another drink, please? Through that door. Just wait, like,
Sick. There was a 10-second
a
delay.
couple hours. It'll be there.
Yeah. To a happier note, lads.
Yes.
It's good to create content in this space and just make stuff and do stuff and have no real expectations. And you know what I mean? It's cool to be here talking with y'all right now. This here is a glass half full situation. It's a blessing to be able to talk. This has been a wonderful conversation, y'all. This is great. Loved every bit of this.
Glad you stuck around after Bozer's muted crash outs. Plural.
You know what? I'm not gonna be mad about it. She's gonna have to be mad about it.
He says that, but I'm gonna get a text message immediately after like 6 fucking paragraphs.
Fucking shit.
Hey, look, they ain't nothing like, you know. We had a guest on a couple weeks ago, and there was some technical difficulties, and it always feels like, fuck, we got this guest on. Well, fuck it, you know what I mean? You want to be your best, but you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. And
I've cried over it. We had Shine Brighter and I met via a random internet Twitch streamer that we both found on TikTok, and he was an individual that we'd been trying to get to play D&D with forever, and we had a group of people that we'd all met via the internet, and we got together. We're gonna do a one-shot together. Finally got everybody live on stream, and I was like, this is gonna be great. It's all these people I've been so excited to play with, and I could not get the goddamn stream to work to save my life. I'm in tears on like live on the. I am in tears trying to talk with everybody. Like, guys, I just want this to work so we can have fun together.
Oh man,
because there's nothing worse than like planning all that time and like investing in other people. Other people say, yes, I believe in you enough to join your stream at random, and then things not working, and then even though they're all putting a brave face, the back of your mind, you're like, that's not working. That's not true. They hate me. Like, but you do that every week, or you know, whenever you do your improv quests, what happens? How quickly?
every Friday.
Every week. Okay, I gotta know how you find all your guests regularly.
Let's see. What do we got? Tabletop Misfits is this Friday. The week after that, we've got Fablemansters / Link's Tome. The week after that, we've got Chaos Den podcast. Then we've got Little Bones. Then 2 weeks after that, we've got the Dice Cult. And then after that, we've got Sketchy Rolls. That's our current schedule.
Where do you find all your guests? How do you find them?
I fucking send them a message. Same I did you.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
And you're finding it. It's harder
Discord.
now these days, right? Because you
like,
send the message requests.
That's true. But if we're both following each other, then usually it's fine.
See, now I am very curious, though, because we have a hard time doing this one. I've gotten better about it. How often do you swing for the fences when you shoot your messages? Like, what's the bar height that you're swinging for? Like, this area, I know I can get a response. How often are you pulling for that grand slam? Like, if this motherfucker even just reads the message, it's a fucking win in my book.
Right. When I started, I was worried about it. It's subjective, right? Because people that I look up to as content creators, like my friend from Agranac Studios, I got his patch on my vest. I love what he makes so much. He does really cool puppet stuff. He's like a metalhead guy. And I was nervous. I was like, I don't want to message him and ask him about it, but I sent him a message, and then he responded. And he was like, sure, send me the info. He hasn't responded yet, but, he responded. But I will send messages. I sent stuff to Beetle and Grimm's. You guys know who Beetle and Grimm's is?
No.
They are Scooby, Shaggy, what's his name? Matthew Lillard's company. We went to see. I met him. We went to go see Purple Worm Kill, and it was really cool. It was like intimate. We're just like hanging out with Matthew Lillard while they're like rolling dice and shit. It was wonderful. But anyways, I just sent him a message, and I was like, "Hey, no way, this big ass company with 2 million followers is gonna reply." But they did, and they were like, "Hey, look, this is awesome. Your format's really cool, but right now we don't have time because we're touring." And I was like, "Sick." So like the bar for me has just disappeared. But when I started, it was tough. It was tough to be like, these people are going to be on my fucking show. But now I'm like, if they click that link and at least look at it, I'm stoked.
I've slowly gotten to the point where I'm big into comics, so I'm trying to get a lot more comic-related content creators on. And that is where it's proving to be the bane of my response, because a lot of the content, like, I can't get to them on Instagram, so it's all email based, and I can't get response. I think we've had one successful email correspondence to lead into an actual show. But yeah, that's where I've kind of gotten to the point. I'm like, there's a lot of like up and coming comic creators. I'm like, I want you on just to like pick your brain about this creation coming to life, and I'm getting a lot bigger with those.
I mean, I've got like 6 comic creators in the pocket I could introduce you to, but
please do.
The issue with them is that they make comics to show people because they don't want their face on camera. They want their comics on camera. You know what I mean?
We have had a couple. They're like, yeah, I'm not interested in coming on because I don't show my face. I'm like, that's fair.
Yeah.
I've got a buddy one day I'm hoping I can get him to come on. But he was a professional Smash or Melee player. I think he was like top 13 in the States, and I'd love to get him on one day. And I don't think I'll ever get him. But
I think the point was it's always worth a shot. And it,
100%.
So much.
Shoot or shoot.
Copy paste message now. I don't even type it. I just copy paste send. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I do that.
But I would like to.
I think I copied paste some of yours and just like augmented some of the messaging.
Right. Exactly.
That's what you do.
Shine Bright said, "How do you find the time to juggle both life and online life?" It's very tough. So like, we do one stream a week. It's really casual and really easy. The cool thing about Improv Quest is that you don't need to do DM prep, which one of the reasons why I have so much time to do other things now.
Nice.
When we were doing full campaigns, like you got to prep it, you got to write the story, you get all the stuff, whatever. There's a lot of tricks and things that I learned over time. I'm actually sharing them in YouTube shorts to other people, but there's a lot of tricks that I learned to help mitigate that dungeon prepping time. But managing live and online is always going to be a struggle. I don't ever see it not being a struggle until you can do this as a full-time job, at which point you're going to have to treat it as such and put in 8 hours a day.
At least.
Yeah, at least. Because even right now, it never stops. You're responding to messages before you go to sleep. Like, you're never off the clock. This is your life now.
Right. You trade a 9 to 5 for 24 hours of work.
Exactly. The important thing to have is a schedule and to share that schedule with the people in your life. Like, I'm recording these 2 days, I'm doing these things on these 3 days. So we have these 2 days to do things together and to do our house life things. You know what I mean? Make a schedule, stick to that schedule, and share it with your partners is the most important thing. Really, truthfully. Hyper physics on his own stuff. It does interfere. Yeah,
my problem is my wife recognizes that I will get way too deep into anything because I can't do anything half-ass. If I am interested in something, I dive off the deep end. And so Shine Bright and I actually had a show that we started called the RPG Project, which is much similar to what you had mentioned earlier, is playing various RPGs and reviewing them. And so the idea was we find indie TTRPGs, we do a one shot for it, 1 or 2 shot for it, we actual play, we review it, and then do a how to play. And that was going to be our basis. And it was at the point that she had to sit me down. She's like, hey, I love that you want to do this and you're excited for it. You don't have the time to add another show to your schedule. And I'm like,
right.
But if I'm like, she's like, no. Like, you're going to drop something else if this is going to be the one you're going to add. Because I'll fill my schedule every second of the day and then wait for 6 months until I'm crying my eyes out because I'm too exhausted to do anything before admitting that I bit off too much.
Stay aware of burnout. You have to be aware of it. Being out of this room for whole days sometimes is what I do. Because I'll spend 3 days in here, and then I'm just like, all right, I'm not going to be in this room for 2 days. And I'll just, you know what I mean? It's important to, like I said, separation of church and state. It's so important. Well, I'll tell you, my reviews, some people are like, what are you doing? Look, man, there is it for you reviews, right? They're not full in-depth. I take a week to read an RPG. I write a quick, you know what I mean, 10-minute script, and then I just tell you what I think about it and what you should do with it, right? It's not like in-depth crazy shit, because when you're going in depth and you're doing how to plays, you have to do more research. You got to make sure that you know them rules and make sure that they're right. And I'm putting out one a week too.
He did how to play board games at one point.
Well, because we had a partnership with a local gaming store, and that was the deal. Like, they would support us a little bit financially and like put our stuff out, and then we would do reviews. And oh my god, unfortunately, our best video is one of those reviews on how to play Sorcerer, if you ever played Sorcerer. And I had to study that rule set for days, and then I had to break that down in manageable. This video I shot in my basement took me like 6 hours, and then still it's not great like everyone's like the music's too loud. Actually, what you meant by flavor text is actually this, and I'm
Swear
like,
to God.
"Wait, if you knew the rules, why are you watching this video?"
See what
Right.
and this is what drives him insane. I had to remind you. I was like, every time you do a video, you need to put at least one incorrect thing in the video because it's going to get SEO because people are going to comment on it to point it out, and it's going to get you views.
Yep. That's what I'm talking about. Good Lord. In my review videos, I have a blurb. Like, this isn't a how to play or anything. This is a is it for you review, a quick overview of the system. Because, I mean, for me, that's what I want to do. I want to showcase indie RPGs that don't get enough love. That's what I want to do. But I want to have the time to be able to do a lot of them because there's so many fucking cool ones. And I've actually been contacted by other indie developers. There's this dude who develops this board game, this TTRPG called Grit. He's the nicest lad. We actually reviewed his system. I did an extra video on it. And then me and the crew got to play test his new game that's going to be coming out, which I can't talk about what it is, but we got to play it with him, and it's cool. So, like, that's the goal, right?
See, we had that situation with Everyday Heroes, and we made him a promise that one day we were going to do this. But because again, I fill my schedule too fucking much, I have not given the time to make this fucking.
It'll happen.
Yet.
It'll happen.
Everyday Heroes is good though. We used basically the Everyday Hero system for the first half of our Sidequesters Multiverse game. Sidequesters Multiverse, they were going through different portals to different dimensions to save the multiverse and, you know, classic stuff. So every day we're doing like different themes, and Everyday Heroes fit for it because it's like you have shotgun, my guy, and you can fucking, you know, it's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. So anyways, thumbs up on that system.
Okay, so
Good Lord.
people come to the Grouch Couch, they see your content, they see the improv quests, they see the solo RPGs. What are you hoping that viewers take away from your content?
Is this one of the actual questions?
This is one of the actual questions.
This one of the actual.
We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
I really hope people look at it and go, these fucking nerds, and click away. That's what we're hoping for. No,
Nailed it. Perfect.
Got it in
nailed
one.
it. Yeah. What do they take away from it? I think when people think about people playing TTRPGs online, they think about people in boxes. You know what I mean? Bunch of dudes in boxes with little name tags, and it's slow and quiet. And,
Oh, so you've
you know
seen
what I mean?
Cloudscape. Good.
I have seen Cloudscape, and I like your thumbnails. They're straight to the point. And I think when people see our stuff, I want them to realize that it could be more, and that we're doing more, and that, you know what I mean? Like, this is bright and colorful, and like new generation of fucking Gary Gygaxes out here. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I hope for. I want them to look at the thumbnails, and I just hope they don't think cringe, but I hope they think, dude, what is this? And they click it. That's what I hope.
Unfortunately, that is a very fine line.
It's a very fine line.
Between those two things.
Yeah. I know we get cringe sometimes. We had a goblin in a metal campaign, and it was awesome. But from an outside perspective, I know they probably look at it and go, fuck. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. I hope that people think it's funny enough and entertaining enough for them to join our community of nerds. And we can then make things together, and they can be involved in the stories that we're making. That's what we want.
Because we really do need that. Like,
Yeah.
as long as geekdom has existed, all of us are still
Nerddom.
within a silo
Yeah.
of like feeling like you're not surrounded by the community that you want. And here at 4 Geeks by Geeks, we like to say, if like you geek out loud enough, then your community will find you. But it's that bravery of taking that step out to actually geek out and be your full self and just like enjoy the things that you enjoy and share about it. Because once you do that, as you've seen, then people can be there. They have to know that that's what you're into in order for them to surround themselves with you.
Yeah.
Do
it full. If you're gonna do it,
full.
do it right. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
don't think like okay, I talked about it when we first started watching. Oh, and second of all, it's nerddom, not geekdom. Tell him, Charles.
Geekdom.
Thanks, Charles. Appreciate that. Skeleton back there is wearing a nerd hat. Okay,
see.
so we look. There are a lot of folks out there that are playing old school games. They're doing it old school, and it's fun, it's entertaining, it's amazing. Like, shout out Lord Gasumba. I don't know if you know what that is, but old lad's been playing like 1E for like 36 years, and old dude's still live streaming it, and hella viewers and dedication to this thing. He's killing it. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. But for us, different stuff. I didn't want boxes. We're still green screening. We're, you know what I mean, pretending to touch each other and like, you know what I mean? I wanted something more entertaining, something more colorful and fun, and yeah, I wanted to do things differently. Like if we're gonna play a metal band campaign, we're gonna write and record a metal album and we're gonna publish it, which we did. Check it out, Metal Omnicon. Find ways to push and innovate, you know what I mean? And that's the name of the game. Like, what can we do that's different? What can we do that's fun? How can we get our community involved in this fun way? And how can we get our community involved and have them not feel like it's homework, but have it feel fun? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I'm interested.
So am I. Good to have you. Thanks for joining.
I hate that your default accent is Minnesota.
Every time, especially when they're your characters that I commandeer.
Yeah. Sprinkles is also Minnesota. Hydrate. Oh, good lad. Good lad on you. Mine is pirate. How's it going?
Hydrate.
I ran out of water at the beginning of the stream.
Oh, no.
Well, you guys, if you haven't already, you better hit Command Grouch Couch, go to the website, find all the great content they're making, including Improv Quest, solo TTRPGs, reviews, so you can find what's the best suit for your table from clearly a knowledgeable band here.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't flipping you off. I was flipping her off. She
That's
said
fine.
she didn't want to follow me.
I'm used to it.
Yeah. A knowledgeable man. It's all about having fun together and telling stories. Let me tell you a story. That's right. Let's do it together.
Well, the big
Minutes,
question,
water.
Turk, after this fail of the stream, are you sure that you want T and I to join Improv Quest?
Yes. Yep. The next date I got open is May 16th.
I am unavailable and I cannot say on stream for why. So have fun, Bozer.
All right.
I think I'm available.
We also got May 23rd and the 30th, and those are the next 3 dates I have open.
Okay.
Just message me, dog. We're not going to plan this out live stream.
We'll message. We'll work it out.
Though. Yeah. But I do still want you on. Your lads seem fun. And I think we're going to have a good time. And if you want to bring Josh along, please do. We'd love to have him. Yeah. Should always be good. Always be good.
We can't bring Josh.
See, yeah, the problem is you'll take Josh from us. I'm not willing to ante him.
He's a big auntie.
Yeah.
He's the best of us.
We don't steal. We've got.
We lose a lot if we lose Josh, and that's just not one I'm willing to forego. I'll put Bozer up.
Please.
Josh, I can't put up.
Cool. So next Monday, check out the For Nerds by Nerds podcast with Bozer and Turk.
See, you can't say that. That's actually a show.
It is.
Is it?
This is what my mom thinks this show's called, actually.
Damn.
Because she pays attention.
Good.
And I don't share things with her. So it all works out. But
I post a video. She goes, "Oh, is it the D&D or is it the Grouch Couch?" And I'm like, I don't understand the question.
What's it like having supportive parents? It's so weird.
Yeah. It takes work. You know what I mean? Relationships take work.
Yeah.
But you guys, all of you from the Grouch Couch community, the Couch Crew, is that what we're calling them? Couch Crew?
Yeah.
Thank you so
Part
much
of
for
the couch,
tuning in.
part of the crew.
And anybody that's part of our community, thank you so much for joining in and meeting Turk. I hope that you go and support him because we are. And we're going to show up soon on his stream because I knew from the minute that he messaged us, I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be a thing. And even if he decides to stick with us after this shitstorm of the beginning of a stream, I think there's going to be a happy story to be had in the future.
You had to stop yourself from saying happy ending there, didn't you?
I did. I did.
Oh, good.
Get out of my head. You don't know me, Dad.
Thanks for vibing, Turk. Well, yeah. Oh, Shine Bright. Thanks for joining me.
That's our favorite Brit.
Yeah, when you add the to random things you don't know about. Right. The Facebook, the D&D. That's right.
I have one of those.
Mm-hmm. What am I, chopped liver? Yes.
But until next time, I am Bozer.
I'm T.
I'm Turk.
And you guys just please keep
Geeking out.
Nerding out, baby.
Bye.
Bye.